Q Rose, man, and we're back again for another episode of whatever you want to call it. We on Q Rose, man. Q Rose Sports, Q Rose TV. We here, baby. And the New York Knicks are NBA champions. I didn't expect it. If you say you expected it and you're not a New York Knicks fan, I'ma call you a liar because this was incredible. It's incredible. This was the most unexpected championship. So I think the Kawhi Leonard championship, yeah, with the Raptors, and before that, I'd probably have to give it to Dirk and the Mavs. Um, New York City, man, like, do the Knicks deserve it? Yeah, the Knicks deserve it. No one's questioning if the Knicks deserve it, man. They was the best cohesive unit in the whole NBA. Um, they showed it. I mean, they played very well compared to anybody. Um, does the city deserve it? Hard to say. Hard to say. Hard to say. I mean, they got it. Do they deserve it? I don't know, man. You know, I haven't seen this much violence in, over games and over sports since maybe, shoot, I can't compare it to America. They got soccer level Europe and other countries type energy, man. I've never seen this many ass whoopings based off if the Knicks won or lose. I was thinking, yo, Knicks won. You know, Spurs are safe. No, nobody's safe. Win or lose, New York Knicks win. I could have showed up there in a Mavericks Cooper Flag jersey, and they would have beat the shit out of my ass just off of principle. I mean, these people are these people need to be in jail. They shouldn't be allowed to celebrate with everybody else. I when they shut down, they said we're gonna have a watch party at the Garden. They shut it down, and the Knicks fans were wondering why. The dumbest question I've ever seen. I mean, if ever there was somebody that looked like exactly right after a situation happened, it was this. Whoever made that decision was the most right person could ever be, but not letting them have their little watch party. But they got it, man. They got it, and they deserve it. I mean, Jalen Brunson, best Nick of all time. Um, People are saying things like, you know, Clyde, Walt Frazier and Patrick Ewing, and it's like Walt Frazier or whatever when they won was the 70s. Um, that's legitimate, I guess. I wouldn't know. I was born in the 90s, so I wouldn't know nothing about that. Patrick Ewing, um, while a great, it's hard to argue someone that didn't win a ring compared to how this ring was won. This isn't a this isn't a KD Stephen Curry ring where I start adding asterisks to it. This isn't a Toronto Kawhi. Oh, we're playing a hurt, Warriors team. This team losing a lot of their players. This isn't even an Oklahoma City Thunder. We just beat an Indiana Pacer team who overachieved, and a lot of people didn't even see them there over the Knicks last year. This isn't a situation like that. The Knicks came into the championship. For a lot of people, they were the underdog. A lot of people, San Antonio, they had winning. I would have to say the majority of people, the majority of people before even the conference finals started had a Western Conference team winning. It was like OKC or San Antonio. Doesn't matter. They're gonna win a championship. Whoever gets out the West. So they came in and they handled business. I've never seen. I mean, Brunson's up there, one of the most clutch players of all time. When I say up there, I mean the Kobe Bryants and the Michael Jordans, um, the Reggie Millers. Like he's up there with his clutch. He's up there, man. He's proved it. How many games were the New York Knicks down? Like in general, like how many games were they down? Like they were down a lot of games, and Brunson came in the fourth quarter and gave you that every single game. It wasn't this. It wasn't this. People would want to tell me these other guys is better. I mean, at what point do we add the clutch factor? I argued. I argued months ago that I'm like Jalen Brunson it has better contribution to winning than Anthony Edwards. People told me I was tripping. All right, they was like, they started naming everything, and I was like, what about the fourth quarter? It's like Anthony Edwards was a better defender. I'm like, what about the fourth quarter? Anthony Edwards was a better shooter. I'm like, what about the fourth quarter? Like Anthony Edwards is a better is better ball handler. I'm like, what about the fourth quarter? Anthony Edwards was more athletic. What about the fourth quarter? What about the fourth quarter? Quarter number 4, there's no argument about it. Jalen Brunson is the best player right now on the planet when it comes to the fourth quarter. I mean, it's hard to argue right now. Fourth quarter come, Jalen Brunson has delivered time in, time out. There's games where he had 5 points through 3 quarters and come and drop 15 in the fourth. I've never seen anything quite like it. When the lights are the brightest and the pressure's on the best, he is the best. Seen it. Go New York. As a franchise, go New York as a franchise. The city, go ahead and celebrate. Y'all deserve it. If y'all want to live up there in that piss smelling, cold, super cold, for me, extra crowded, no trees, homeless riddled place, super expensive. If y'all want to live in that place, man, shout out to y'all. There was a lot of actual. When you see New York, a lot of times, New York is like a lot of movies and a lot of industry things, and you don't see the actual, like the civilian energy and vibe of New York. It's mixed, man. I think it showed. There's a lot of people went out there to celebrate, and there's a lot of people went out there to kick ass. There's a lot of people that made a lot of money off this, whether that be through tourism or it was a lot of tourism money made through that. There's just a lot of money being pushed through that. So New York, shout out New York, man. I mean, yo Knicks, man. I hats off to you. I think this is the best thing that could have happened for the NBA, though. That right there, I agree. I think so. New York winning. Why? Because they ain't riddled with a bunch of superstars. Superstar era is over. That's good. You can. We ain't worried. So many teams try to stack up. In an unethical type of way. Also, the unethical SGA did not win. People like to compare SGA like, oh, look, this person flopped over here. Jalen Brunson flops, Luka flops, Wemby flops. You're a blind imbecile if you think that the way that SGA was flopping is comparable to those other guys, bro. The way SGA was doing it was it's like this dude dedicated an hour a day to just flopping in practice. He can flop in a way I've never seen anybody flop on. I've never seen anybody this this advanced at flopping. Selling a call is one thing, but I, he's it's unethical. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I think they need to make rules behind it. I'm confused on to what happened to fining guys. I remember a few years ago, flopping would get you fines. I would see players receive two to $10,000 fines for flopping, and then all of a sudden that just wasn't a thing anymore. Um, the game is I get it. The game is different, and that's part of the game. Um, but the flopping has gotten out of hand, bro. You can fall every time say a guy was in your landing zone. I don't fully understand landing zone. Um, if a guy's going straight up and down, that's one thing. But this whole idea where a guy can jump up, move forward, and that be his landing zone, how am I supposed to close out? You're jumping forward on a jump shot, so I just got to let you get a free lane to the basket to shoot. I'm not a big fan of it. This ain't a situation like when Kawhi got hurt by Zaza Pachulia and he came straight down, and that's nothing. That's nothing, man. That's bull crap. I already got my picks in for next year, bro. Barring Giannis going somewhere like Boston, you know, or you get like a Giannis Luka situation. I mean, I would still go with the Spurs next year, man. Shout out Spurs, man. They got to the championship. Everybody talking mess about about Spurs not good enough, and this, that, and the third. The Spurs wasn't even supposed to be here. Okay, they were supposed to barely make the playoffs. They were supposed to be a one and done team, maybe win a playoff series, maybe. And then they were supposed to be out and retooling for next year. These guys were championship contenders right now. Are you telling me if they would have ran into the Indiana Pacers of last year, that they wouldn't be champions right now? Don't tell me to trade players off this team. Only player I could give you is maybe De'Aaron Fox, because he didn't have a good series, but it just doesn't make sense to have Fox if you're going to start developing Dylan Harper as well. I think, getting a quality big man, getting a quality big man, I think it'd be paramount to pair with Wemby. And so he doesn't have to be an enforcer. Because I think your superstar being an enforcer, I think that's asinine. I don't think he should be doing that. I have big disagreements when I see Joker having to do it. I have big disagreements when I see any superstar having to carry his own weight as far as the bullying aspect of it. Somebody get you, got to get them back. All right, and you can't afford the superstar being out the game, so it's got to be somebody's job. All right, that's just as simple as that. So I got Spurs next year. I think the jump between Dylan Harper, Stephen Castle, Devin Vassell, and Wemby. I mean, especially that Dylan Harper, Stephen Castle, Wemby thing. I think their jumps are going to be magnificent. I think they're going to be great jumps. So shoot, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. So we're gonna see. Um, but that's my pick. I already got my pick. Is New York gonna repeat? I doubt it. I doubt it. I think these guys are great. I think they're gonna be right there, 1-2 with Boston. But Spurs, it's over. Just be glad someone else got their championship out the way now. Wemby ain't gonna get no skinnier. Okay. Wemby take it personal. He take that shit personally. All right. You didn't took food out of his mouth. He was already eating. You took it out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? he took it personally, but that man about to get strong. Stephen Castle about to develop more of a handle. Dylan Harper going to develop more of a jump shot. And it's over for the rest of the league. Barring injury, they're going to be raising the same trophy that New York Knicks just raised just now. If you got any disagreements with that, please explain to me why. Please explain to me how they won't be able to be doing that. That's just my opinion, bro. In other news, I want to talk about this race that I seen Sha'Carri Richardson have. Sha'Carri Richardson was racing in Australia, something like that, in a race where she got to be like 10 yards back from the next person, or from the last person or whatever. And I don't know how she has to start from the back. And other people start in better positions, but she won it anyway. That girl fast in the mud. There's not too many girls I think have beat me in a foot race, especially in my prime. But nah, she's a monster. She's a monster, and I just think that race is just a depiction of what many unprivileged individuals in this country have to deal with, or in this world have to deal with. You gotta train twice as hard to start from the back and then make it all the way to the front. And if you don't make it, then people look at you like, oh, well, you didn't do enough. And it's like, yo, I started from the back, So do what you can in this world. Take advantage of your privileges while they're there. Whatever privilege that is, you have to take advantage of it. Because I guarantee you, other people taking advantage of theirs. If you have money, spend it. If you have beauty, lure it. If you have access, open the door. That's just straight up. This summer though, we got some big trades probably gonna happen this summer. Just trying to figure out who. Giannis is not staying in LA. I'm not in LA, but in Milwaukee. He's leaving. I would love him to go to LA and play with Luka. That'd be great. I would love to see it. I would. That's the only thing I want to see. If Giannis got to LA, that would be great. Now, will it happen? Probably not. He probably gonna go. They keep saying Miami. I don't know why you would go to Miami and pair with Bam Adebayo. I think that they are very similar as players. Some, center forward type players with some dribbling skills. It's just dominant on defense and at the basket. I just don't see it. I don't see it. It's a lot of talent, but does it fit? I'm not a big fan of the fit of Giannis and Bam. That's just me personally. LeBron James. LeBron James is old. He's old. This is his last hurrah, really. He did an amazing job in the playoffs this year. Do I want to see them run it back with LeBron in LA? Not really. Not really. But from a play style standpoint, like I got to see LeBron play his style of basketball when when Luka was out, when Austin Reeves was out. I got to see LeBron. See, he still has it. I want to see LeBron do work So for me personally, Cleveland, Cleveland or Golden State, I would rather see him in Cleveland, Golden State than in LA. I'm gonna watch LA anyway because of Luca. Luca, Austin Reeves, why hold them back? You know, um, why hold LeBron back? Why will LeBron hold Luca back? I mean, they're they can start building teams around Luca. You know, Jalen Brunson got there and they built that team around him. Luca got to Dallas and they built the team around him. He got to a championship. Brunson won a championship. Um, when LeBron was in Cleveland, you know, they built more of a team around LeBron. Even when LeBron was in LA the first time, they started building a team around Bron. But this team need to be built around Luca. And while Bron is there, that's dang near impossible to do. Are they better or worse without Bron? I mean, that I'm not saying LeBron make them worse, but I I just think that you go out and you try to build whatever the Mavericks built to get Luka to the championship. They beat a really good OKC team. They beat a really good Timberwolves team. You know, and would they beat them with LeBron? I just say my quick answer is no, because everybody's not able to be the best version of themselves. When Luke was in Dallas, it was not hindering anybody from being great. Okay, Luka putting up 30 shots didn't hinder anybody from being great. Hinder anybody from doing what they do best. You know, like New York, Jalen Brunson being there is not. Jalen Brunson being there. He's not hindering Cat. That's Cat's doing more of what he wants to do, more of what he's comfortable with doing. Some people ain't built to be superstars, and some people are. Too many superstars can be bad, depending on the situation. People just don't fit. All right, so we'll see. But New York, man, you get to relax for a year. You get to relax for a while. A New York championship for them, the way they've been waiting on it, this shit's really worth two, damn near three. And the world is different now because of it. The world is real different now. So I don't think there's anything else I want to talk about. Talk about Shikari. Talk about the Carolina Panthers won the Stanley Cup. Didn't really watch that, but shout out Carolina. Um, yeah, that's it. New York, stop whooping niggas' asses. It's unnecessary. Peace out.